Staley, she was interviewed by the Knicks for the head coaching job, and she stated that she would have taken the job if the Knicks had made an offer. But more recently, she elaborated that she thinks the NBA isn't ready for a woman as head coach. She said if the Knicks had a 5-game losing streak, it's not going to be about the losing streak. She said, quote, it's going to be about being a female coach. So you as an organization, a franchise, you have to be prepared for and strong enough to ignore those type of instances when you're going to look at hiring a female coach. So Maurice, what's your take on this? And then when do you think that this can change?
It will never change. I don't think when you're talking about professional basketball or football, just two like alpha male, strong, dominated sports. Oftentimes when you're talking about, sports and trying to win championships, you're always talking about who's the coach to be a leader of men. And most of the times when you're coaching guys, it's, coaching people through tough moments or being a little bit more aggressive with them when, things go wrong and leading them in the right direction, or players even buying into, the coach's pedigree of who they coached and what they've done with that player and so on and so forth. And so I don't see a woman having the ability to influence professional men, especially who make a ton of money and who have a ton of basketball knowledge. And that's not to negate or take anything away from women, but it just would be tough for things like that. Some things sound good in theory. And I know we're all about, equal rights for men and women and just things from a societal standpoint, you want them to be, measured different, but I just don't see women being able, not to say that they don't have the talent to, I just don't see men buying in enough to allow women to coach them, either basically being in the professional football ranks as a head coach or the professional basketball ranks as a basketball coach.
I just don't really get the concept. Why would you want a woman to coach men? I really don't understand that. Why would you want that stat? I always try to make it a stat question.
This is a stat question. That's an eternal answer. I mean, I will go when you're fully done with your take.
Yeah, because I think about it, even if I'm watching like Pee Wee League or Pop Warner, I wouldn't even want to see a mother coaching a little football team. I just think certain things that are just for men. Like I'm one of those people. I'm a traditionalist, not chauvinistic, but definitely a traditionalist. I believe in men doing manly things and women doing womanly things. That's just my belief. But what else? That's where I'll stop right there.
Oh, you want me to go now?
Yeah, I want to hear what you got to say.
I don't know. When I hear that, and you're totally entitled to your own opinion, it's just like I just think it's a very old way of thinking, because that's, to me, it's not the same thing. Like, I'm saying this is not the same thing. But when I hear that, I would think back then we were like, whoa, why would a black person be in this position? Like, I just think that some things are for white people. Like, I don't think black people, that's kind of how and it's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing. And
you're allowed to have your take.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not saying that. This is my opinion. That's how I hear that. I just think
but you also like your quarterback with pink nail polish. So
my quarterback doesn't have pink nail polish.
So yeah.
My quarterback doesn't have pink nail polish. I just think in general,
No, I'm also thinking from like maternal, like if she's pregnant and doesn't know it yet, and little kids are running by and they hit her in the stomach by accident, it's a reason why, God made women and he made men. I just really believe that. I believe if he wanted you to be a man, he would have made you a man.
I just don't think the first thing to be worried about is little kids going and punching the head coach's stomach.
No, I mean like how they're tackling you. If you've been to football practice, like little things that they do, how a coach could be on the field, Mo. This is my experience.
I totally understand what you're saying, but I'm saying as far as like list of priorities to like least important, like that is not at the top of the list of like things to be worried about.
Okay. I think it's something. I think men become better when they led by men. I just really believe that. Well, that's a stronger statement. I believe men are better when they led by men. I don't think men become men led by women. I never believed that.
Cam?
I bought my dog Kayla Williams now since we bought up the fingernail polish. What Tina since we doing? Tina, say what's up.
Is he emotional, Pat?
Yes. Yeah, it's emotional, Pat. It's a girl. Rico's sick. Her brother's sick, man. But I bought him out since we was talking about the nail polish and all that, man. Look, a couple things that was said. I think that the conversation got a little deeper than the question. Because Mase said some things that I agree with and I disagree with. First of all, I do 100% agree with Mase when he says women can't teach men how to be men. I emphatically agree with that, like 100%. But these is already men. It's not about teaching you how to be a man. It's about leading niggas to a championship. And my personal opinion is this. If it was a monkey that got trained by a basketball coach that could coach a team to the championship, they wouldn't give a fuck. But to both of you guys' credit, and to Dawn Stanley's credit, she's right. Soon as something goes wrong, they're going to say, she shouldn't be doing it. She shouldn't be doing it. Think about this. I remember when they first started letting women referee NBA games, and Chris Paul was like, this bitch, he got fined. He's like, this bitch don't know what she doing. He lost it. Yo, she called a foul or went out of bounds or some shit. Nigga, Chris Paul lost this bitch right here. And they threw the nigga out the game and everything. And then after the game, he doubled down on it. He doubled down. He sounded like murder a little bit.
Yeah, because then when you got her in that place, that's why he's doing that. He's talking to her like she's one of the fellas. So that's the line that keeps being blurred when you bring them in and say treat them just like one of the guys. Then if you treat them like one of the guys, then it's like, oh, why would he say that to a woman? That becomes confusing. You know, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Not that he should call her that, but if she's one of the guys, then don't take it so crazy. That's what people would be thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think my opinion on that, what you just said is, I think it's worse if you call a nigga a bitch than a girl, because now you almost want to fight. Like, yo, this bitch right here. What? Dumb type of words, and I don't want to put none of them out because everybody's my friend and I ain't got no beef with nobody. But from the reports, those exact words is the reason Kevin Durant left Golden State.
Yeah.
Nigga, you can't call no nigga no bitch. So that ain't even being treated like one of the guys now. I mean, that's just you just can't do that. You give me this bitch nigga. What nigga? Like, so to me, calling a nigga a bitch is worse than calling a female a bitch. So I don't agree with that take, but I understand where you're coming from. When you're saying treat her like one of the men, yeah, you're going to get treated like if I would tell another referee that. Like, same way. I don't think you call a referee a bitch neither. I remember a referee, I can't think of a nigga name, he retired years ago. He in the middle of the game, he told Tim Duncan, let's step outside. He wanted to shoot. Nigga was like 77 and told the nigga Tim Duncan in the middle of the game, yo, let's step outside real quick since you talking. And Tim Duncan was like, what? Yo, Nick, let's find that clip if we can find it and put it at the end of the show. But yeah, I do agree to a certain extent to where it's the respect level, and not just the respect level. If something goes wrong, Dawn Staley made a great point. They're going to look to say it's a woman coaching. It's somebody that's doing that. It's somebody not somebody, it's a woman's fault. If it was a man in there, etc. But I do say this. I end this with two things. If anybody could do it, it would be Dawn Staley. My personal opinion. It's two reasons I wouldn't say hire her for the Knicks. She's too much of a Philly fan. We already know how much she supports Philly. She's from Philly. Mm-hmm. She was in the Garden going crazy against the Knicks, this, that, and the third. That's first and foremost. But Dawn Staley, as beautiful as the woman she is, very, very smart, very pretty, articulate, etc. She knows how to dress to where it ain't going to come across like niggas is beasting on her. Like, damn, I got to hit that. No disrespect to Dawn, because I know there's some people out there that would love to hit that. And I don't mean that in no disrespectful way. But I'm just trying to say, nah, dead ass though. What I'm saying is, when Dawn Staley walk in the locker room, you know how it is. You see, I ain't bust it. You see on Instagram and all that shit now, how these teachers be coming in, you be like, damn, I wish my teacher would have wore that shit to school when I was going to school. You ever see that on the internet lately? Teachers coming in with tight dresses and BBLs and all that shit. Yeah. Nobody wanted to bone the teachers. You see that stat?
Yeah. They look good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's my point. Dawn Staley not throwing the baggy shit, little chain and all that, little beads, rosaries and all that. Yo, let's get to practice, man. Stop playing with niggas. Let's go. She got that Diddy bot with her where niggas ain't even go. I think she would be respected as not just a female. I'm talking about if anybody could do it. I think she's one of the people that got that aura to her to where you won't be looking at her as just a female coach. And the last thing I'll say is this, and none of that I just said in a disrespectful way because I love me some Dawn Staley. And the last thing I'll say is this. One of the great boxing coaches for men, even though she didn't get a lot of recognition and she ended up retiring, is Ann Wolfe. I don't know if people are familiar with Ann Wolfe, but Ann Wolfe was a dangerous female boxer. She started training men boxers and led them to a championship or two. And they respected her because I don't know if y'all see Ann Wolfe. Google her. You ain't getting none of that with Ann Wolfe. Ann Wolfe will go upside your head, nigga. She's a female. I don't know how familiar our audience is with Ann Wolfe. But go take a look at her resume as far as training is concerned, and the type of female she is. She ain't even gonna play no games. So I gave exactly what Murder would say and Mo say, and unfortunately, I think that they're right in today's society.
Yeah, because it's gonna end up being a double standard. If they agree with it until something happened, and then when something happened, they want the luxury and the protection of a decision that would have been opposite of what they made.
I'll just add that, like, I completely agree with Dawn because I just don't think people are ready for that. And, like, it's going to take a lot for people to kind of even to really have those conversations because, unfortunately, like, she's more than capable because also, Mase, to your logic, she is the real title town. So it's like, it's not that she doesn't have the capabilities to do so. When I say my take, it's not that, oh, like Dawn should be hired because this or that. It's just like, she has the capabilities to do all those things. But when they see a woman, they're just thinking, okay, it's a woman. I don't know if I want to be under her leadership, which that's just how the world is. So maybe one day,
that's what I was talking about.
See it? I don't know if we'll see it.
Yeah, but how do you know she's capable if she's never done it?
Because she's never done it for an NBA team, but she's done it for other teams.
I know. So how do you know she could do it in the NBA? Just a question.
How do I know she can do it in the NBA? Because she's more than capable. There's people who have been hired who don't have the same resume that she does, and I think that she'd be more than capable.
You think?
That's what I said.
Okay.
Well, the whole thing about it is they gave a bunch of college, and I know we talking about women and female 100%, but they gave a bunch of niggas that won in college opportunity. You think about Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino, I don't even know if he got his main champion. And I know we're talking about men and women, but if we're talking about niggas that they gave opportunities coming out of college to coach in the NBA and it didn't work out. Rick Pitino is a prime example of that. Calipari too. You know what I'm saying? They give people opportunities. But I will say is this. If it was any time for a woman to do it, it should have been this year. Because think about this. The Knicks are already pieced together. For me, right now, I'm not saying it because we got to talk about basketball and it starts next week. We're going to get more into basketball at the top of the week next week because season starts next Tuesday, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But think about this. This is the best opportunity that the Knicks have to at least get to the championship in a long time. Tatum is hurt. They broke Boston up. Tyrese Halliburton, he's hurt, probably going to miss the whole season. The Cavs, they're going to be back, but they have to prove something to me in the playoffs. They're never 100% available when the playoffs start. So as much as the Cavs won last year in the regular season, it didn't mean nothing because they was hobbled in the playoffs. The only people that I would say would be in the Knicks' way, I think Orlando's a year or two away from that. The only people in the Knicks' way, my personal opinion is if you get 100%, and what I'm about to say is probably 5% of truth, but if you get 100% healthy, Joel Embiid, if you get 60% of Paul George that was in Indiana, and we know what Tyrese Maxey brings to the table, that's the only people standing the Knicks way. But you don't know if you get in podcast P. You don't know if you're going to get a hobbled Joel Embiid who only going to play 32 games. And Tyrese Maxey is too small to do it by himself, which it don't matter if he was paused. It don't matter if he was bigger or smaller pause. Nobody does it by themselves. But I'm talking about if you get a put the microphone down podcast P, you got the Joel Embiid that said, I took all last year off. Yeah, I'm ready. And Tyrese Maxey, those are the only people in the Knicks way. Besides that, the Knicks, it is no excuse for them this year not to get to the championship. We know Jason Tatum's going to come back sometime this year earlier than Tyrese Halliburton, but even in Indiana, they got rid of Miles Turner. Knicks kept everybody. They re-signed people. They should be a cakewalk to the NBA Finals this year. If it doesn't happen this year, just forget about it. Sending the rest of y'all. Just forget about it because this is an easy road to the championship. And Don Staley might have had took some good credit in that.
Mase, can I ask you really quick? So why do you, not why do you, because you didn't answer yet, do you think Don Staley is not capable of coaching?
Of course she's capable of coaching.
It's not of course. I think that's a good question.
No, she's capable of coaching. Obviously, she wins a lot in South Carolina. When you say win in New York, it takes a different pedigree to win in New York. We watch it all the time. People that's supposed to be phenomenal, they get to New York and they vanish. I think that's why we are the people we are on this show. Because if you could make it in New York, you could make it anywhere. There's nowhere you could put a person that made it in New York and they can't make it because you have to go against so much to get there. Sometimes you could have success in another place and get to New York and none of it translates. It's like credits. If you go from a college to another college, none of those credits translate. So I'm not sure if she would be able to do well in New York. Not that she couldn't coach, but in that system with what's needed. I'm not sure.
So what if it was the Utah Jazz?
I think she could do Utah Jazz.
I think
she would do well at Philly, somewhere where she'll have that overwhelming support. New York is a media driven city. And they don't spare anyone. They love you today. They hate you this afternoon. They don't wait till tonight and tomorrow. You saw Aaron Rodgers. They spitting at him. Everybody was all excited. Tito, everybody. Oh, we back. We back. By the next week, everybody was ready to kill Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I was just clarifying because I'm like, basically from your first stance that you just don't know how you feel about a woman coaching a men's league, which is totally fine because we're not supposed to agree on things. So
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Or...
It's not that I'm not for women evolving and doing things like that. I just believe there's a lot of women teams she can coach.
Yeah. Also, I just don't think that that's a correlation. Like by me asking you this, I'm not saying that you don't think that woman can evolve and can't be like, because that is a separate thing. I'm just wondering if your mentality lets you think like all other circumstances out of the question, like right now, do you think that she would be able to coach an NBA team?
I just said we
do not have to agree.
I just said she could. I said probably Utah Jazz. It's like just for me, like when I'm seeing Cam, right, like rocking a little doggy. That's not how I want to see Killer, right? But he's doing it. You get what I'm saying? It's not the Killer I know, but and they talking about letting the cat out the bag. Now I can tell you what making letting the cat out the bag mean. It means that they bought a pig and they were supposed to put a pig in a bag. And then Killer, when they get home, they recognize that them niggas scammed them. They switched it up. They put a cat in the bag. So that's when they said, who let the cat out the bag?
What source is that? Go ahead, Cam.
A couple things. I got a couple things. First of all, Mase is not the only person mad at my dog. My uncle called my dogs. My uncle say what kind of nigga am I? Sin hates my dogs. Everybody hates my dogs that I grew up with. Everybody. But to Mace's point, this is the dog you have when you don't have problems. This is the I don't need a pit bull. I don't need a Rottweiler. I don't live
You're
in a
not in the
dangerous
ghetto
place.
no more.
I don't need a Doberman Pinscher. This is the I made it dog. This, all right. This is the dog that says everything is all right. You ever see podcasts and niggas just be mad and they like 50 something, they be like just mad. This is the I'm mad. This is the I made it dog. You know what I'm really looking forward to? Because I got something to say about what Mason Stat was just talking about.
Killer, I wish you could see my dog. His name is Biggie. He's a little.
I can't see it, but what kind of dog?
Is a little white dog.
White and fluffy.
What kind of dog is it though?
I don't know.
What kind of dog is
it? I have my dog in icebox.
Yeah, listen. So you can for more of the story is you can carry your dog.
My dog is trained. I could sit him in first class. I get a ticket for my dog. My dog flies first class.
No, what I'm saying is he small enough to carry like my dog?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's just white and fluffy.
Well, I'm like you with that dog.
I just figured since you making niggas mad, I'll make them even more mad.
But to Murder's point, I ain't gonna lie. My uncle called and cursed me out about my dog, so they be mad about dog. I'm like, yo, my nigga, I'm in a safe space. I don't need a dangerous dog. That's first and foremost. Secondly, to Mace's point about let the cat out the bag, if they seen it was a cat in the bag instead of the pig, they should have kept him in the bag. Like, yo, he's already in the bag. Y'all should have took that back and got the pig. That's second. And the last thing I'll say is this, to Mace's last statement when he was like, he just does, like he's 100% right. New York's the biggest media-driven city in the world. I'm going back pertaining to what we was talking about with Don Staley coaching. Look, man, listen, man. And nothing, Murder, Mo, Stat, nothing, you hear me? Nothing has worked in 53 years. Give a girl a shot. 53 years since the chick. Give a lady a shot.
What do we have to lose?
It's been yo, fam, none of us on this show is old enough to see the Knicks win. You know, me and Murder been like, yo, the last time they won, we was 1 or 2 years old. We wasn't even born, bro. None of us have been alive to see the Knicks win. So whatever, at this point, give a female a shot because nothing's been working. Phil Jackson hasn't worked. Huey Brown hasn't worked. Stu Jackson hasn't worked. It's been a list of people that we have had that we bought it. Pat Riley hasn't worked. Carmelo hasn't worked. Stephon Marbury hasn't worked. Anthony Hardaway hasn't worked. Nothing has worked. At this point, what nigga got to lose?
Welcome back. So before I even go on to the next question, y'all aren't stuck on what he said? Like, I'm still stuck on that.
Yeah. I think actually when I heard Shannon Sharp say that, I think people were watching our show and they starting to take little pieces. Did you see that?
I seen Shannon curse on TV the other day. Niggas
Right.
said, what the fuck? And I,
Right.
then he had to stop himself. Yo, Shannon, if you want to be on television without the producers telling you what to say, without your co-host cutting you off every time you want to make a statement. Come to the team. Welcome to It Is What It Is, nigga. Come on, nigga. We got a spot for your ass, nigga. Say what the fuck you want to say. You already a nigga. You a nigga. You black, you country nigga, you a nigga. We got a spot for niggas up here, nigga. Word. What you think?
And I think even Jay Will one time I heard him say, "Keep it a buck." I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, Jay Will's kind of like proper. He's like, what was it? Proper he's like, keep it a buck, Stephen A. Was like a proper.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah.
And I love Jay Will.
Yeah,
Jay Will, you my favorite Duke player. He's my favorite Duke player.
Jay Will say he don't say nigga in his off time.
For real?
He said he don't use the word nigga never. What kind of nigga is that?
So what you think next? We go ahead and Skip Bayless says keep it a bean?
Yeah, Skip Bayless gonna say, Skip Bayless nigga gonna say, put it on your mother. Yo, niggas
he said put that on something.
Yeah,
what if you heard Skip Bayless say,
that's
put that on something?
Niggas is mad. Did you think about it though? All jokes aside, right? On some G shit, all jokes aside. Think about like, you know, because don't get me wrong, them guys crafted, they was journalists, did mad shit. Them. Yeah, we love what y'all guys do. Y'all been journalists and newspaper guys and everything way before we even thought about trying to do this on television. Of course, we talk sports since we was kids. But imagine having to come to work and you get paid and you can't say what the fuck you want. Then you watch us say what the fuck we want. And then be like, and these niggas about to make more than us, and they get to beat up. Man, I got to hurt.
It's like the old NBA players watching this generation.
Exactly, yeah, it's like motherfuckers, man. Yeah. Well, listen, man, if y'all ever want to talk to us, man.
There's a seat right here. We'll make a seat.
Yeah, well, we ain't just hiring anybody. Yeah, we just, man, your resume got to be up. We not just gonna bring anybody in there. You gotta have a little, you know, first of all, we gotta do a background check and everything else, but that's a long time from there.
Right. Okay, moving on to the next subject. Okay, so no disrespect, because I don't know if Chris Paul needs to try some tips from Pat Bev or Scotty.
Yeah.
But Chris Paul is now 0-43 in games he's played in that Scott Foster has officiated. Are the refs the problem or is it him?
To be totally honest with you, listen, you know,
0-43.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100. 0-43 is wild.
It's wild.
You can't blame Chris Paul on that.
I'm not saying nothing negative about Chris Paul on this.
And this same referee, I believe, Fred VanVleet went off on a while ago. I heard they suspended him or pushed him back, like moved him under, cut some of his games or whatever. So I think the NBA is handling it good, but 0-43 in your whole career against this referee is really wild.
That hurts.
And that's how crazy it is that even Mase, the way he's, you know, wording it, is saying nothing against him. Right, and he's not even against him.
Right.
But that's how crazy it is when you hear 0-43, it's like, I'm against you too, nigga.
It's like 5 against 6.
Yeah, man, so that's fucked up is my answer, as a quick answer,
Yeah.
It's crazy. Well, we will be right back.
Okay, so before we go, AB, you started elaborating on something. Did you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's homie's name?
Kadarius Toney.
So Kadarius Toney is the guy who dropped all them passes.
Yeah.
The first game with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And you know that was the last Monday when AB was up here talking with us about it.
Yeah.
I guess Tony seen the show and he DM'd AB and he told AB, yo, keep my name out your mouth, little bro. And AB responded, shut the fuck up and catch the ball, jit. Or some shit like that. Some shit to that extent. And he called him a jit. And for those in New York, see, I didn't know what a jit was until I moved down south. I got a place down south. So people in New York and up north who don't know, when you say jit, that's like your son, your nephew, somebody younger than you. So explain this. When you got that DM, AB, how'd you feel about that?
I felt like, you know what I'm saying? I felt like it just put me in the mind state of what young players, you know what I'm saying? They sit at home, you know, they live and breathe and think the game. So, you know, I know usually when players respond to what other people are saying, they reacting, that just means they really not focused. So my whole thing was to Tony, like, you got a lot of talent, Tony, let's keep focused, man. Don't worry about what people say. It's not about what people say, it's about what you do. So, man, do your thing. Shout out to Tony. Stay out my DMs, man. It's pretty more girls, women you could be hitting up. You know what I mean? Tony had a win today. I don't know what his stats. Did y'all get his stats
He got
today?
them five receptions,
about 20,
35 yards.
Yeah.
So he feel like he redeemed himself.
No, I wasn't crazy. Now, don't act crazy. And don't act like Kelsey wasn't back and they ain't finished the deal with Chris Jones. So they had the full roster back. But let me ask you this real quick.
He didn't put nothing on the floor.
Let me ask you this real quick before we go and get up out of here. I'm not sure if Mesa staff something else to ask. Did y'all have a relationship before that DM?
Nah, I never met this kid.
Okay. But
I know he look up to me, as being in the analyst role, man, you got to really be cautious what you say because, being a player, I know a lot of guys look up to me. So I never want to come here and speak down on anyone. I just speak in the light of truth, of entertainment, of, being a professional player, what it requires. So I just felt, he probably felt like he looked up to me, that he could come to me, which he can. And I explained to him like, yo, we hold you to highest standard. Killer respect you. We all respect you. You got to earn respect too. It's not about what you say, it's what you do.
Yeah, Killer respect you and you respect him. He got to earn my respect.
My thing is,
earn it. That's what I told him.
The thing about it is, even being in this role that we're in now, because I know it's hard to sit up and be an athlete and listen to criticism, but at the end of the day, people, listen, this is what I'll say about me, and I never played basketball on the level of professional or even Division I for that matter. Mm-hmm. But I never understood basketball until I stopped playing basketball. And the reason I say that because I was so emotionally invested in the basketball that I couldn't take myself outside of it to see things that I may have been doing wrong or I'm not practicing on or why are you fighting in the middle of a game when it's a basketball game, not a fight. And when I stopped playing basketball and I see other players doing stuff that I used to do, I'll be like, yo, that's stupid. Why is he fighting? Why is he not working on his left hand? Why is he not working on the mid-range game? Whatever it was, I didn't realize that till I stopped playing. Because 9 out of 10 times, you athletes, I'm talking about on the professional level, been really good since y'all was 6, 7 years old. So y'all don't know anything else but greatness since the time you were 6, 7 years old, especially somebody who makes it to the highest of highest levels. They didn't start at 17, 18 years old. So this is their whole life. So sometimes when you got somebody from the outside looking in at what you do and you criticize, like, oh, he don't understand this and he don't understand that. Sometimes we may understand it from not going to say better than you, but from a different perspective because you're so emotionally invested on what you're doing that you may not be able to see something that we do. That's
actually an excellent point, Cam.
Right.
You're getting smarter day by day.
Am I right?
You're right.
Okay, thank you.
You're definitely right. I was looking like he's really starting to get it. No, that's the truth. Actually, you're right. When you're outside of it, you can see it better. So you're seeing things that they cannot see because they're so emotionally invested. So you weren't actually like off at all on that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you also, AB, for your insight this week. You're always definitely a true asset to this show. I'm so happy that people get to see you in a different light, and we're looking forward to seeing you hopefully again next week. I don't know what you and Le'Veon got going on in Detroit. Now we see y'all with a 10-day contract and some crazy shit, and you ain't tell us. We gonna be mad about that.
I still ain't get my pants back. I got my phone.
Hey, yo,
still need the pants.
What was that about? Hey, before we go, pause. So we seen the video of you in the middle of somewhere giving your pants away to somebody off your ass. Pause. What was that about?
You know what I'm saying? I was in the leather stitch and it had my pants had ripped, but the kid kept asking me like he wanted to put that shit on. So I had to take it off so he could put that shit on. I give him a custom one-on-one fit. You know what I'm saying? Killer, when you used to be having that Dipset chain,
you ain't
that was like, wanted to be in the designer superhero look, so I gave it to him.
Pause.
It wasn't no polyester too. Killer, I know you probably got on polyester drawers. Pause. You need to be in more cotton so you could keep your testosterone up. You was real sensitive. They was talking to you crazy. Like, you can't get sensitive. You Killer. How you get emotional?
First of all, pause the whole shit.
Killer got on polyester drawers?
No, but when did I get sensitive, eh? When?
somebody was talking to you before the show. I'm like, Killer, look, I couldn't really hear, but I was seeing.
On the phone. Yeah. Now I think it was,
Yeah,
we'll talk about
right.
that. Yeah.
You guys still angry time, Killer.
Nah. When nigga take your money,
You say you a pair of drawers. I need you to put that shit on.
Yo, you gonna sing Killer
we don't got our relationship. Our relationship that got too comfortable at this point, nigga. No. We done got too cool. We done got too cool. I see y'all.
Killer gave me a bonus last week. Killer gave me a big bonus last week. Now.
Okay, well, very interesting.
Yo, so let me get this correct. Killer sent you a bonus, and now you sending him underwear. Is that what we're doing on It Is What It Is?
Pause. This per brotherhood, no suspectism. This is all high quality. You can't have a pair of drawers to go with the pink horsepower.
Okay.
It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. I hear you. It's crazy, but we'll figure it out next episode. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you all for tuning into today's episode. AB, thank you for being here. And as always, it is what it is.